What's good with the YouTube? Man, I don't really even know how to start this, honestly. I just thought, I've been doing the little gaming channel thing. And just so y'all know, I know it's probably gonna be a lot more people who watch this and watch that. Like, this is just like a hobby of mine. Not really in it for like any type of compensation or anything like that, man. It's honestly just fun and can make some good memories with me and my friends playing the game and stuff, man. So, yeah, man. So, I just kind of got this idea just because, I don't have a face cam on my game. So, people who don't actually know me, who may watch the videos, don't even know what I look like, know what I sound like though, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. And also there's a lot of people who just text me things, checking on me and stuff all the time, and I really appreciate that, man. I really do. But I just wanted to kind of give a life update on where my life is, and what's next for me and what has been in the past for me, and kind of tell my story for those, because I know there's a lot of people on here who do know me, but may not know my story, because it's a very interesting story to say the least. So, yeah, man, if you're here, I appreciate you coming. I'm gonna try to keep this short but detailed, and kind of give you guys a full story of what is going on and what has went down and stuff. Yeah, man, so let's jump right into it. Before we get started, man, I ain't had a cut in about 2 weeks. It's a little rough, but this ain't how I'm normally looking. I'm usually fresh. Gotta keep it clean, All right, whatever. All right, y'all, so, my name is Martez Dean Manuel. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, to a lower income family, I guess we can put it that way. But, I don't knock that, or I don't discredit that. Like, I feel like my upbringing is what's made me who I am today, So, so born in St. Louis, Missouri, lived there a good amount of my life, probably until I was about 11 or 12, I think. And, I'm just gonna be real raw and real with y'all to tell you like the real story. So, my grandfather on my mother's side and my mother were very close, super close. And I believe I was in 5th grade when my grandfather passed. That kind of pushed my mom into a dark place, I would say. Pushed her to a place to where, she started using unhealthy things to numb the pain of that, as far as like narcotics and stuff like that. At this age, I had no idea this was going on, to be honest. I was so young, so innocent, but it got real bad, man. I remember there was a lot of times we wasn't even, living with no lights, with no power, no hot water. Had to boil the hot water on the stove, pour it in the bathtub, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it was rough, man, but, I really appreciate that time in my life, just because, like, even though we was going through the worst, excuse my French, the worst shit possible that you can go through, we didn't know that the world was so much better. That's all we knew. So we found the beauty in that, we found the beauty in that struggle. And that's why I appreciate it, man, because even though shit was so tough, man, like, we all loved each other, and we was all going through that shit together, which made it special, you know what I mean? And it's made me who I am. And, I'm not ever ashamed to tell that story, just because, without that story, I wouldn't be the Martez that y'all know or are about to get to know. So yeah, man, let's get back to it. So when that happened, man, it got real bad. So that's when my father stepped in. And my dad, he was around, my childhood, but it was more like summers or like every 2 weekends we would go see him, stuff like that. I give my dad huge credit, because without him, we would never even been in no, little league sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, he was the one that kept us in that stuff, man. Like, I don't think my mom ever paid for us to play for no teams. My dad would do that. So I commend him and I give him credit there. So that's when my dad stepped up. But my dad at the time was planning to move to LA to pursue his dreams in another aspect. And let me also say, like, to my mom and my dad, if y'all are watching this, which y'all might be, because I feel like this might be the first video that I take on a public scale. Like I tell our story to inspire others, you know, and I know that some of this story might bring you shame, but that's not my intent. It's just, I know there's other little kids out there who are gonna grow up the same type of way that I did, and if my story can help them, then it's worth it, you know. So yeah, man, so my dad stepped up, we moved to Los Angeles. At first we moved out there, we lived in an area called like San Bernardino, Victorville area, which is like the desert area, but I mean, it's not like, I thought the same thing when I thought desert, bro. I was like, Breaking Bad type shit. Nah, but these like, probably the biggest house, for sure the biggest house I ever lived in my entire life, bro. Like, I mean, we was living nice. I remember we all had like nice rooms, a nice like playroom, bro. Like we lived in a fat mansion, dang near. Like if I can, I got a picture of it, I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, man, we was living good, bro. And then, you know, life started happening. I don't really know what's happening behind the scenes, but I know that like we lived like a month without power after living like, I mean, we was there probably 6 months before we ran into that or something, maybe less. But yeah, man, so my dad was, he was chasing his dream, so he was driving every day to LA to go to school every single day, bro. And for y'all who don't know, like, that's pretty much like you live in Columbia, Missouri and driving 2 hours to Kansas City every day to go to school and then driving back home to come, you know what I'm saying, be back home with your kids. So I get that shit was hard, man. So yeah, man, so we ended up making a good decision that we was just gonna move to LA. And you know, this is when stuff kind of sucked, bro. So that's when we moved to South Central LA. I mean, I'm sure y'all have heard of that area. That's where Boys in the Hood, all that shit is shot. And yeah, man, I also commend my dad to that, because you know, he didn't really have us just out there in the streets like that. Like we wasn't really allowed to like go outside. We had one neighbor, bro. I'm not gonna really name drop nobody, but I remember his name, man. He was a little Hispanic kid, bro. He was hella cool, man. He was hella cool, but probably one of the coolest dudes that I met while out there. And that was, I mean, his family brought us in. The Hispanic people, bro, like, I love their heritage. I mean, they just so welcoming. And he was the only person in his family, him and his sister, the ones that spoke English, but his mom and his dad just treated us like family. We was always over there playing soccer and shit with them, man. So, yeah, I really appreciate that. So yeah, so we live out there for 2 years. I mean, we lived in the hood, but we're making the most of it. You know what I'm saying? We striving to be all right. It was not the best situation, though, to be honest. And that's when my grandfather got sick on my dad's side. And he lived in Columbia, Missouri. So we was like, hey, let's go be by him. So we moved back there, and he got better. So then he shook, and then we just stayed, which, you know, I'm not mad about, because without that, I would have never even got to Columbia or even knew what Columbia was. So moved to Columbia, went to Smithton Middle School, man. I was a broke, geeky little dude, bro, skinny as heck, but you know, I still could get down on the football field from time to time. I remember I played safety. I remember I ain't getting no contacts till like the 4th game, and as y'all see, like, my eyes is bad, bro. So I remember I had like 3 picks with no contacts, like just out there playing, bro. So that's when football started to be like, oh shoot, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm decent at it. I'm not the best, but I'm decent, you know. One of my best friends, Nate, put a picture of him here. He also went there, and he was, I mean, the star of that team. Bro was going crazy. Also, my brother, Marcus, put a picture of him here. He played quarterback on his little Teddy Bridgewater action. He was going crazy as well. Yeah, man, it was cool though. Like, as soon as I moved there, I kind of felt the energy that like surrounded the University of Missouri. Like, I mean, everybody there obviously was a Mizzou fan, and I remember I went to my first Mizzou game with my pops in 8th grade. I mean, they played like some weak school, but I was just like, whoa, bro, like this shit crazy. And you know, my dad don't ever stay nowhere the whole game, so we left at like halftime. But yeah, man, it was just crazy experience. So, anyways, fast forward. Moved to Rockbridge High School. I was supposed to go to Hickman High School, but my pops didn't want me to go there. So go to Rockbridge High School, and man, this is like the first time when I started dealing with, like, I would say, like, an identity crisis, just because people who went there know that like it ain't that many black kids at Rockbridge. So you just find yourself like none of the girls want to mess with the black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way I felt about it. Like, so when you a kid, bro, you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able, you want to feel popular. You want to, you know, hang out with girls, stuff like that. So that's when you start to have these identity crises. I remember. Yeah, y'all gonna make fun of me, but I remember like I used to like wear my hair back like with a headband, like the little, you know what I'm saying, other kids used to do, the white kids used to do. Nothing against them, I'm just saying like race because that's what it is. And I just didn't really act like myself. I was wearing Sperry's with gym shorts, like you feel me, like just doing anything to fit in, man. But that freshman year on the football team, bro, I was probably like the third or fourth best player on the team, maybe fifth, bro. Like, I was just an average dude, bro, and honestly, I was just out there playing just because I enjoyed it a little bit. But my sophomore year, going into my sophomore year, that's kind of when I like found out about like working out extra and doing stuff like that. And I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. I'm not gonna say no names just because I ain't trying to get personal, but it was this one dude who was a junior at the time. People might know this story, but I remember we'd always meet on the field to do like one-on-ones and stuff, just to work on our craft at Rockbridge, you know what I'm saying? And man, I remember this dude was just doing me dirty, bro, like jamming me to the sideline, like I couldn't get off the line, like he was routing me, bro, like to the point, bro, like I cried actual tears, bro, like sad, like cried actual tears, like was so frustrated with myself. And like I feel like I thank him for that, because man, if he never did that to me, I would have never made it as far as I did, because he just woke up something inside me where I was like, nah, bro, like never again will that shit happen ever, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of pushed me to a place where I was like, man, like next time I step on this field, bro, I'm gonna be dominant. That ain't how it went. My sophomore year, I definitely got better. I remember my first like JV game. I played JV as a sophomore. My first JV game, bro, I had like, no lie, like at least 17 tackles, bro. I was out there playing defense alone. We played Rockhurst. But I wasn't good enough to push that varsity threshold. I was still like stuck in my head. The one game I got in on varsity, them boys ran a switch route. Boy, I gave up a game-winning touchdown. I hope, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was just, I ain't, like that was, so I was like, at this point, I remember that year, our varsity was like 2-8. I was like, oh yeah, but I don't know, football lived for me game. But then, you know what, I ain't give up. I kept at it, get in the weight room. And that year, the best thing that happened to me my sophomore year actually was I ran track, bro. And I actually won state in the 300 hurdles in track that year, bro. And that shit showed me like how to run, like for real. Like, so my my junior year, I took the track knowledge in the weight room and brought them junks together, add a little football, pause on that, add a little football on top, little football skills. And then my junior year, bro, I went crazy, dog. Like I remember I was returning kicks. I had like 6 picks that year. I was really fitting up the run, like everything that you would think the best safety on a high school team would do, I was doing, bro. And like, it was crazy because we went 2-8 the year before. Next year we went 9-2. Like we was just flipping the script, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I was like, oh shit, bro. Like I started going on game day visits to Mizzou with Nate, but I was just there as like the homeboy, you know what I'm saying? You know, like a rapper always got like his right-hand man, like Drake got Chubbs, you feel me? Like, I was just his Chubbs, bitch. Like, I was just in that joint taking it all in. They was not interested in me. And then I remember I got my first offer, bro, from South Dakota State University, the Jackrabbit. And I was like, I remember when that happened, dog, I was like, oh shit, like, I could really make a living from this. I can really get a college degree from this, bro. Like I can really do it. Like this is real. And I would say I took that and ran with it. Next thing I know, I got my first offer on like February 2nd. And then by like February 20th, I had like 20 offers, all from like little schools, bro. Like not little schools, like no offense to anybody that played there, but like D1AA, stuff like that. And I was cool with that, bro. Like I was cool. Like I was spending my college pay for it. I ain't give a damn who offered me. My family couldn't afford to send me to no school. Like if I ain't make a way through football, I was gonna be at the crib. I was gonna be at Mickey D's. You feel me? No offense to nobody working at Mickey D's. Just grind, get your money up. But then I remember on my birthday, bro, it was April 23rd, 2018. I'm out with my significant other at the time, and we had a coffee shop, and I get a phone call on my birthday, and it's the Michigan State head coach, and he says, "Yo, Martez, bro, we love what you're doing on the field. We love your track background. We want to extend you an offer." For y'all, well, those of y'all who don't know, I don't know why Michigan State was my dream school. Like, you know, when you're a little kid, you just like that random team, bro. Michigan State was that team for me. So I was like, my first Power 5 offer, and they offered me on my birthday, then I'm committed. You feel me? Like, I remember, I don't know how I even got it. I think I got it from my grandpa, actually, because he used to be a coach. Next day at school, boy, I tweeted that much in the morning. Whew, boy, felt like he was popping. Next day at school, I came to school with a Michigan State visor on. Boy, you feel me? Like, what's up? What's up? You feel me? Like, what's up? Let's do it. And then from there, that's when, like, one thing about offers, bro, like, once you get that first one, they coming. So, by probably 3 weeks later, I'll probably say I had like 10 Power 5 offers. And Mizzou was the one, I was in town, so they just took advantage of that, bro. I was up there every day, every practice, every game, everything, bro. Shout out to Coach Ryan Walters. He's now the head coach at Purdue. He's right here next to me. He did his thing, bro. Like, I remember I was 165 pounds showing up to game day, and he talking about, "Hey, you want to suit up right now?" Knowing his ass lying. Boy, we gonna get back to that. So senior year come, fast forward, senior year come, I dominate, went state and track. I won state and track every year. I ran track in something, maybe more. I ran like one year, I won like state in like, my junior year, I won state in 3 events, bro. Like, I was him at track. But no, actually 2 events, check that. So senior year come, dominate, fun time, it's your senior year. Then your freshman year come, boy, remember what I just told you. Ryan Watches, he gonna tell me, hey man, I'm thinking I'm coming in, I'm gonna be a starter day 1, you feel me? Boy, I meet 2 safeties. Joshua Bledsoe, look at him, Tyree Gillespie. These boys is these boys is swole up. These boys is swole up, bro. I'm like, these the same safeties that you said I was trying to come in and save over? That boy was so rap cap. But anyway, so that just goes to show you, I came in with like 3 safeties that year, I think, and I was the lowest rated safety, like from a recruiting standpoint. But that just ain't mean nothing to me, bro. Like, my life, I had been through so much that, like, I knew I was gonna start. I remember the beginning of that camp, I was like 5th string free safety on the depth chart. By the end of fall camp, I was 2nd string, bro. Not first, but right behind Josh Bledsoe, who was strapping in the slot. Like, I had to get busy. Got to start that year. It was cool. It was a cool year. I learned a lot, put on some weight. My sophomore year comes. Once again, I am not projected to be no starter. Fall camp comes. I go crazy. And the coach is like, I remember we was in the meeting room and Coach Walters said, he said, y'all need to know the best 3 safeties gonna play, no matter what position they play. So they switched my position to like a strong safety, like outside backer type thing. And that was really like the first year where like everything just changed, bro. Like, every year, like it seemed like I had been playing that forever. Like, for example, like my first game against Alabama, I had 3.5 tackles for loss. I'm playing against Mac Jones, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris. Like, I'm playing against some dogs, bro. Like, all them in this first round damn near. Bro, like, I just went crazy, bro. Every game I got a little better, took a step back. LSU game, got better. Next game, took a step back. But I just started making a name for myself and I started dominating. That was probably my most fun year, but not my best stat year. Then my junior year came. And I'm playing back at like a top safety, because we got a new DC, Steve Wilkes, who now works with the 49ers. And that was probably my most productive year, you know what I'm saying? Like 100%, like just stats. Our defense was trash, but as far as the stats standpoint, I was going crazy. I think I had like, I'll put it right here. I don't remember the exact stats, but I was going crazy. Then my junior year came, my senior year came, and that was a fun year, but like our new DC, Blake Baker, I love him to death, but He just had us like rotate a lot, you know, every safety kind of rotated, and that was cool. But I was used to the year before playing every snap to like playing like still majority of the snaps in my position, but like just not every snap. So it was cool. I had a pretty productive year. So now we fast forward, man. So I'm getting to the end of it. I know we like 20 minutes in, but I appreciate y'all for watching. So yeah, man, so after my senior year, a blast of a year, at this point, remember, bro, I started as a freshman at Rockbridge getting choked out in the line of scrimmage to now I'm a senior at Mizzou, a two-time team captain. I forgot to add that, team captain my junior year and my senior year. And like, I made a name for myself, bro. And like, I just really want to just take a second to recognize that, like, there were so many people in Columbia who just showed me so much love while I was there, bro. And like little kids, like not even little kids, but like people that went to core where I went, like high schoolers, like bro, like they treated me like a big bro. And that's how I carried that responsibility. Like I wasn't one of these dudes that even get like some type of spotlight and just say forget everybody, bro. Like I gave back, bro. I did everything I could to give back to my community, to inspire. Man, I'm just so appreciative for that time, and I'm always gonna just hold that near to my heart. And you know, Mizzou has a special place in my heart, bro. I know this video getting long, so I'm gonna fast forward, but I love y'all so much in Columbia. Anyways, fast forward, I go to Georgia. I trained for 14 weeks, and that was really good for me because that was the first time I was by myself ever, like in my life, because I lived with my girl my senior year at Mizzou, and I had brothers throughout everything else, roommates. So this is the first time I was like by myself training in a new state. Boy, that put me to some places I'd never been before. But it was a great experience for me. So, I mean, I'm just gonna talk normal. I don't need to be rushing. So yeah, man, I trained for 14 weeks, bro. And on the day of my pro day, bro, I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling strong, having a great day, bro. Vertical jump time, I think I jumped like 35 and a half, which ain't amazing, but that shit was good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still bouncing. 225 bench press, throw that jump up like 16 times. And little do y'all know, like 2 weeks earlier, I can only do that jump like 10 times, bro. Like talk about that pro day motivation when you got NFL teams looking at you, like do that jump up 16 times. I go outside, jump like a 10-3 in the broad, dog. Like I'm bouncing, I'm having a great day. Then we gotta walk over to the indoor in this time, bro. Everything that I've been working for, everything for my recruits, for people who are out there at Mizzou now, my brothers who, you know, are thinking about going to NFL, bro, like that 40-yard dash, bro. That's it. That's the one. Like your whole time you training, focus on that. Nothing else matters. I know that's where I feel like, and shout out to my trainer, bro. Shout out to my agent. I love them all to death. But that's where I feel like I made a mistake. My trainer made such a big impact on me. Like he wanted me so bad to get a high number in the bench press, bro. He like made me put on like probably like 8 more pounds. You know what I'm saying? And it worked, you know, so I don't commend him for that. But if I could do it again, I would have just stayed where I was at on the bench press and just been lighter and ran faster. But anyway, that didn't have nothing to do with it because I would have ran fast either way. Let me tell you that now. So my first 40 attempt, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Let's do it. I got all my supporters, my girl there, coaches there, everybody there. And bro, I know this sounds like crazy, but like, it felt like everybody was there to like see like me and Isaiah and DJ, like they was there to see us, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I was the only skill player there. So it was time, bro. I get on the line, get up out that jump. I'm sliding like the fastest I've ever ran since I ran track at Rockbridge. Yeah, so I'm overly focused, I'm running, get to that get to that 30-yard line, got 10 meters left, boom, I feel a pop in my left quad. And I like cross the finish line, but like I don't finish. Like people, after I run, people coming up to me, finish through the line. I'm like, you don't think I know that? Like I couldn't. Yes, I'm gonna train for 12 months and I'm gonna get to my pro day to just, I'm gonna cool it across the line, y'all. Come on, bro, let's think. Anyways, so I run, bro, and I know it's raps, bro. I know it's raps. And I'm trying to play it off, and I feel it, and I take like a step, and I'm limping, and I get back to, you can ask Isaiah this, he plays for the Browns now, Isaiah McGuire. I get back over there to him, and I say, bro, I pulled my shit. He said, what? I said, I pulled my shit. I'm trying to stretch it out. And like, I already knew that I couldn't run again, but I didn't want them to think that like I was just satisfied with that run because I couldn't finish. So I was like, I'm gonna get back on the line. I'm gonna try it. Get back on the line. I start, go like 10 meters, walk off. I pull up, walk off. Man, like you talk about working your whole life for something, and it just goes just like that, you know. I mean, from there, my draft stock plummeted. Like, I was supposed to get drafted anywhere from the 4th to the last round. I'll get to that though. I end up having a draft party still. I do finish my workout. I do all my indie drills, and I'm looking fluid. Like, I'm like, boy, I've been training for 12 weeks. Somebody finna see me backpedal out this mug. You feel me? Like, I was in that bed eating it. Like, I look flawless in that, but I just couldn't run full speed. Like, I was playing it off, but I couldn't run no 40 if I wanted to. So I do my draft party. My agent's telling me, hey man, teams gonna love the way that you just fought back and kept going. And teams was saying that. I remember the Steelers told me, they was like, you just a warrior, bro. You just kept going even though you got hurt. And like the Jaguars told me the same thing. One of my coach, Coach Hill, who coached at Mizzou, now coach at the Chiefs, was there. He was like, you still clock like a 4.52 or something like that. Like, you were still sliding, but I worked so hard for that 4.4 because I knew that would push me over that threshold. So, anyways, get to draft day. I have a little get together for my family and friends, man, just because like my agents like kind of talk to me, like, I don't know. I feel like it was just a lot of peer pressure. I really didn't I mean, I wanted all my people to be there, but I didn't know if I wanted for that to be that big. But I have a lot of people who helped me along the way, so that's what it was. So yeah, man, I do that, and I kind of bring everybody together in a circle for a prayer before we start, man. I kind of like just individually just thank everybody for the contribution they made to my life, you know. And I mean, as y'all see, like, I wasn't supposed to be there. I came into Mizzou the 5th DB on the depth chart. I wasn't supposed to be shit. I didn't think I was gonna be shit. My goal for Mizzou was, boy, I've been finessing these boys out to give me some free college tuition. I'm finna turn up. I'm finna be a college student. I'm chilling. And I feel like I missed that part. That's a huge part of this for me. Like, my idea of success was just to be able to have my kids grow up way better than I did. Be able to drive one of them cars I used to. I remember one thing about me, like, in any situation I was in, like when I lived in a lower income neighborhood, I would walk to the nice neighborhood and I would just walk through them. I would jog through them. Like, I would tell myself, like, I'm gonna get this shit one day. I promise. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but that was my idea of success. And I wasn't looking at no $80 million mansions. I was looking at houses that probably some of y'all live in today, you know? Like, but all I knew in my lifetime was small houses and duplexes and apartments, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I knew. So I promised myself, that was my idea of success. Get a job, be able to give my kids what they want, and to be able to live in a nice house in a nice neighborhood. That was success for me. But over the years, when I got to Mizzou, man, let me say this too. I know I'm jumping around, but let me say this too. That student athlete shit in college, they don't care. They don't care, bro. Don't nobody care. You as an athlete student. Like, that should come third or fourth. Like, they don't care, bro. Like, they say they care, but they don't, bro. Like, sports come first, period. They don't care what's going on. School, you got a paper, you got an exam, you better be at practice, you better be at this meeting. Like, so I say that to say that, like, morphs you to think, like, if I don't make it on this field, I'm not gonna be able to do nothing. I'm gonna be back in the hood with my friends, with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least that's where it took me. I can only speak for myself, but I know it's somebody out there that feels that same way. Maybe that's a senior at their college now. You know what I'm saying? So that changed my idea of success to, I gotta be in the NFL. I gotta, whatever happens, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. And there's so many different ways that you are in the NFL. You can be Patrick Mahomes, you could be the MVP, Super Bowl, the most known player in the world. You can be a mid-ranger. You could be a dude, I don't even know, somebody who, like, I feel like a good example of that for the Chiefs would be like a Daniel Sorensen when he used to play for them. Like, he wasn't the man on the team, but he was on the field making plays. And then you could be practice squad. You can be barely getting by. You could be having to go to the XFL for a few years and then grind there and then come back up and then be in the NFL. It's so many different levels to that. So I feel like I just want to say to people who make that and idolize that NFL, like, bro, if you don't get that, it's okay, bro. Like, that's not the end of your story, man. I remember when I was training in Georgia, there was this one dude I met. I'm gonna drop him because he was just one of the best dudes I ever met, bro. His name is AJ. And he told me one day, right before I came to do my pro day, he said, yo, bro, you know that if everything goes bad, that's not the end of your story. Man, I'm so thankful for him just telling me that sentence. And AJ, bro, if somehow you're watching this, like, you would never know, like, how much that has brought me so much peace, you know? Anyways, draft day comes. I tell everybody, I said, look, bro, I can go anywhere from the 4th round to the 7th round. It's gonna be a 4-hour day. It's gonna be a long day, bro. And I said, I can get picked whenever, I can get picked never. And that's what we in for. And everybody was down for that. 4th round goes by, nothing. 5th round, nothing. 6th round, I'm starting to get nervous. I'm walking around, people praying for me, stuff like that. 6th round, 7th round comes, and I just feel it. I just feel it in my stomach, like, I'm gonna go and draft all my people here from St. Louis, from all over, and I'm about to go undrafted, bro. I remember I walked into the gym. Everybody was looking for me at the Crossing Church. I walked to the gym, all the lights off were in there, and I just sat in the corner, and I just started crying, bro. Like, I just started bawling my eyes out. I was just like, I'm so stupid. Why would I bring everybody here? Like, why, God? Man, if y'all knew how many times I asked that question, why, God? Like, I just remember I just sat there. Nobody knew where I was. Everybody's looking for me, and I just cried, bro. And then my little sister came up, and she walked up to me, and she just hugged me, and she said, it's okay, I just want you to be happy. And man, that's when it hit for real. And I walked out to go be around people again, and I saw my pops. And you know, me and my pops, we haven't had the perfect relationship, but I feel like he was always there when I needed him. And as soon as I saw him, bro, and I like made eye contact with him, I just turned around, walked back, and just started bawling again. And he came and talked to me, and he was like, you got this, like, use this shit as your fuel. Like, don't let them tell you your story. And he said, you need to go tell them too. So I walked back in there. Look, all my people in the place said, can I get y'all attention? I said, unfortunately, it looked like I'm not gonna be drafted today. And I remember, and this shit is just so hard to say, it's just because I feel like I've never addressed it, but I just started, like, my voice just started getting weak, and I just started crying, bro. And I was just like, I love y'all so much. And I remember I walked outside the church, bro, found a place for myself, and just started bawling my eyes out, bro. Just started bawling because everything that I had put into that at that moment seemed like it was the end. And I wasn't ready for that, bro. I wasn't ready for the end. Fast forward, the draft ends. 5 minutes after the draft ends, bro, I get a call. Kansas City Chiefs. They say, Martell, we want to sign you. We wanted to take you in the 7th round, but couldn't talk so-and-so into blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, bro. He like, how you feeling? I'm like, well, how you think I'm feeling? I just went undrafted. I just cried in front of everybody I know. Like, what you think? Like, come on, bro. Like, don't ask me no stupid shit. Anyways, but I'm thankful. Let me say that too. I'm thankful. So I hang that up, and all my family trying to cheer me back up. Woo, woo, woo. They all happy for me. And, you know, I was still in a place, and I feel like this is affecting my relationship with my faith as well, because I was still in a place where it was like, God, like, me? No. You can't do this to me. Like, even when they called me, bro, I was like, God,
Like, I appreciate it, but we still ain't cool type thing. Like some ignorant shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I finally let myself get excited about it. I go to the Chiefs rookie mini camp, I'm signed, and I start balling. I'm locking up the draft picks. I had like a pick, like 2 PBUs, like going crazy, bro, like going crazy. And leave camp, go back home to Como because I had to graduate that weekend. I remember this shit like it was yesterday, bro. I get a call. Pick that bitch up. I say, yo, what's up? I say, yo, what's up, Martez? It's so-and-so from the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm like, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? Like, what's up? Like, how we doing? He was like, man, you had a good camp. I was like, I know I did. Like, I did my thing, bro. Like I told y'all should have drafted me. Somebody should draft me. I'm too good to be undrafted. Like, y'all sound crazy. And I was like, yeah, man, I know, I appreciate it. Like, I put in a lot of work for that. And he said, well, you know, this is never easy, but we're trying to restructure a contract for Pat Mahomes, and we got to let go of our deepest position. Right now, that's safety. So we're going to need you to send back the iPad, and we're going to have to let you go. I remember as soon as he said that, my girl walked in the room, and I just hung up the phone, and I just said, what the, you get the rest. And I called my agent, and I said, what the fuck, bro? Like, I finally let myself get excited for this shit, and this is what happens? Like, how is this fair? How does this happen? Like, I'm signed with the team, I'm supposed to be on the team until all the way through preseason. How does this happen? Like, tell me. Like, I'm mad at my agent, I'm mad at everybody, I'm mad at the world, bro. And that shit happens, bro, and I gotta eat that shit. That's it, bro. That's the one thing I don't like about this shit. You just gotta just deal with it. Like, what? Like, I worked my whole life for it, and I just gotta deal with it. So, I remember my girl told my brother Donovan, and he called me when I was driving, and he said, bro, like, you can't give up, bro. And I just started heating up, bro. Like I said, like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Like, I'm always the one that's there for everybody else, bro, when shit goes bad, and I treat people right. And when is it my turn to eat? When is it my turn to eat? Like, I'm mad on the phone, I'm crying, all this, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, like, I legitimately thought about being done with football at that point. I was like, this is a sign from God. I fucking worked hard, pulled my quad, went undrafted, then got cut. This is a sign from God. This ain't for me. I don't know. I'm done. But, you know, I talked to my pops, and, you know, he kind of just remotivated me, and that's when I had a conversation with myself, and I was like, you know what? Before I decide to hang it up, before I make that a reality, don't have no regrets, you know? So I committed myself every day this summer that's just passed. Every single day in the morning I was getting up, going to the field, working out. Other days, Monday I'll go to the field, Tuesday I would lift, Wednesday go to the field, so on and so on. Like, every single day that summer. And that was my commitment to myself. Bro. Like, before the reality of hanging this up and being done with this becomes real, and I'm okay with that, don't have no regrets, you know? So that's what I did, bro. I put in the work, and, you know, it didn't end up panning out for me. And little break, get off a serious note, I did an internship this summer with Sporting Kansas City, and I really appreciate people I met there and the relationships I made and the habits that it formed for me, but that shit sucked. Oh my God, bro, you there all day. I'm thinking I'm gonna be operations. I'm finna be, like, my operations on the football team, they was calling the team hotels. They was picking out weed for after a game, stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I could be a little intern for that. Boy, I forgot the stadium operations. Boy, my days consisted of moving tables, moving chairs, putting chairs back, clearing tables, clearing chairs, putting chairs back, setting up stages. Oh, what you need now? You need a dance floor for a banquet? Okay, move all these tables, move all these chairs, get the floor pieces, put them together, set 100 of them bitches up. Like, that shit was not fun. And the only thing I appreciate from that is it helped me just with my hard work in this, because, you know, I feel like that I used to procrastinate a lot in college, but when I got there, like, the faster you get shit done, the faster you go home. So I was showing up, I was getting stuff done. And I would see that when I came home, like I would come home after work, after doing my internship, see dishes in the sink, see the house room clean. Instead of going to bed and be like, I'll deal with that shit in the morning, I said, let's do it. And I really appreciate from that. And I met some people who are really helpful in my journey. So now, fast forward, I did that for 3.5 months. The end of my internship, I don't know what's next. I really didn't know what was next. I didn't know what was next for me and for me. I didn't know. So anyways, what do? Started applying for jobs. Whoo! Trying to find a full-time job is a full-time job, bro. Like, cause that's me, bro. I went to college for 4 years, bro, at a big-time university. I ain't finna be mopping up Wendy's. You feel me? Like, I ain't finna be at somebody Whataburger flipping patties in that month. I'm looking for a job that I can make a career out of. I got aspirations. You feel me? So, applying for jobs, interviewing here, not going through, interviewing here, not going through. Like that was the first time where like all this stuff you hear about, like as a black person, like it's harder out here. Like that was the first time where I experienced that, because like, I mean, there was stuff where I exceeded the qualifications, but I just wouldn't hear no callback after the interview, bro. And so, I finally find a job that like is interested in me and I'm interested in them. So, bro, you want to talk about something being written, bro? I literally just got a call right now that I got the job at this place that I applied. Man, it's been a while looking for a job, man. Like, you want to talk about God? Like, I'm literally recording the video, telling my story, and that happens. Like, that's how I know God is real, and that's how I know that my story isn't finished. So, yeah, man. I feel like that's the perfect summary to this video. I guess my final message would just be to all those people out there who may be playing a sport, no matter what sport it is, football, basketball, soccer, golf, water polo, whatever it is. Keep in mind your original ideal of success. And I guess I never expanded on that, but that's what brings me peace now. And to be honest, like, I feel like this is the perfect way. I don't know if football is in my future. I don't know if it's not in my future. I don't know. But what I do know is my original idea of success was to get that house for my family and to take care of my family. And, I got a kid on the way now. I got a kid on the way now, man. So I'm on my way to making that goal a reality. And for everybody out there playing football, keep in mind your idea of success, because don't get brainwashed by coaches and media and people who make you feel like that. If you don't make it in football, you ain't shit. Because the reality of the situation is, bro, 0.8% of college athletes, D1 Power 5 college athletes, are going to be on the team. Even if you get invited to a camp, even if you make it longer than me and you go all the way through preseason, there's people that's there already, bro. People get cut, it happens. So what you gonna do now? And I'm not being no cliche, have a plan B. Whatever your idea of success was when you were a little boy, if your idea of success was playing in the Super Bowl and playing on an NFL team, then go get that shit, bro. You got this shit. But if it was, I just want to raise a family and give my people a better life than I ever had, that's okay, bro. And that's where I am right now. And I'm okay with that, and I'm at peace with that. I know this is not the normal content that you would see on this channel, but I know everybody don't like video games. I know a lot of people have been wondering where I've been. So that's where I've been. And once I sign this offer letter from this job, I'll break the news on what I'm doing, but just know, we get in that paper. I'll catch y'all later, man. I love y'all so much. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm gonna do more things like this more often, man. Some story times, because being a D1 athlete at a big time university and being a team captain, I got some crazy stories, crazy stories. So subscribe if you want to hear those, man. I love y'all so much, and stay blessed. Peace.